Coleman, you want to go ahead and give us your thoughts on last week and the week coming up?
As far as our game last week, we played a very good football team in the Langston Lions. They came ready to play. We had a good crowd there at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. It was our Literacy Classic game, and we lost. We actually lost the football game 19-12. It was one of those type games where we couldn't get anything going. They played well. They capitalized on the things that we did bad, which was turning the football over. In this particular game, we had 3 interceptions, lost the ball twice with fumbles. We lost an onside kick to them, a surprise onside kick, and they made plays, and unfortunately we didn't make plays. The thing that was impressive about my team this past weekend was we played hard. I was really excited for the defense. The defense through 3 quarters gave up 182 total offensive yards. We finished at 248 total offensive yards. I was proud of them for doing that. The offense, even though we didn't rush the football, and that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on. We did throw the football well for about 280 yards passing. But I think if we can get our rush game up, it could be a different story. I don't take anything away from Langston. Langston played well. They came prepared to play. We wasn't flat. It's just that we didn't make plays in this particular ball game. We are in the preparations of getting ready for Alcorn. And with that, not have watched their film yet. I'm not sure what happened to them this past weekend. We will be watching them and doing what we need to do the rest of this day after we finish practicing. And we'll prepare to host them in our stadium here at Golden Lion Stadium this weekend.
Questions for Coach Coleman?
Coach, I see Morrell, Pine Bluff Commercial. Right now, what concerns do you have about the rushing game? I mean, obviously there's that big margin in rushing, Langston 133 yards to UAPB's 35. What was it that you guys need to do to strengthen that running game up? You have so many running backs to choose from.
Yeah, and I think I see that the main thing is just not getting behind in a football game. Anytime you get behind in a football game, there's a panic mode, and the panic mode means you want to throw the ball to try to score as soon as possible, and that's what happened with us. I got all the confidence in our offensive line, and of course in our running backs, which I think we have a great group of running backs. It's just a matter of just getting them and rushing the football early on. Like I said, we didn't make plays early, so we got behind in the second quarter, second half, and with that we threw the ball more based off of what their offensive coaches desired.
Right. Have you heard any talk about your team after a loss to an NAIA team may not be ready for SWAC play? How do you try to prove otherwise? Going into SWAC play so early after a tough loss to who you said a really good football team in Langston.
I don't listen to what the people on the outside say. I look at my football team, which I think we're ready to play. The coaching staff does a great job getting them prepared to play.
Sure.
It would have been a little different if we didn't prepare ourselves and we didn't perform on the field. I felt like the team performed. I think they hustled. It's just that we didn't make plays. I don't care if you're playing the Sisters of the Poor. When you turn the football over 5 times, it's going to make it very difficult for you to win the football game. And that's what we did. We left that football game a -4 in the giveaway takeaway ratio, and that's not good football. So if we were a flat football team and didn't play hard, then I would say something's wrong. But we did play hard. It's just that we didn't make plays when we had opportunities.
Right. And I'm pretty sure you have a sense right now that Anderson and Branch, Anderson still had 278 yards, in his debut, but I'm pretty sure your quarterbacks now, have a greater idea as to, what they got to do, and I know you hadn't seen much film on Alcorn or anything, but I mean they did make it a 21-14 ball game against Grambling State. What is it that you think Anderson will focus on more than anything so he can get himself ready for Alcorn State?
Well, the thing we're going to do with Anderson, he's still my starting quarterback. You know, he had his bumps and bruises throughout the game. He had his mistakes. No different than any other freshman quarterback that would play, regardless of what level. They're going to make mistakes. The speed of the game is a lot different because he's never played it before. So he's still the starting quarterback. The thing that we've got to do is he's got to continue to keep his confidence and play well. He's the starting quarterback because he is a good quarterback, and I don't think any different of him. Even after this game with the interceptions and choices that he made, if he just continue to hold his poise and do the things that's necessary, I think he'll fare good against Alcorn. And I know they're going to come with wrinkles, and all that we have to do is he just take what the defense gives him, and he'll be okay.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Coach Coleman.
Go ahead.
Good morning. It's Charles Edmond from WPRL.
Good morning, Charles.
Talk about Alcorn's quarterback, Brandon Bridge. You saw him for the first time last year, a game in which you all came back from 11 points down in the fourth quarter. Just talk about Brandon Bridge and your thoughts on him.
You know, I don't know what he did. I hadn't watched the film from this past weekend against Grambling, but he was actually my pick for the Offensive Player of the Year. I voted for the young man. I was very impressed with him last season against us and watching him against some of the other teams. He has the ability to beat you with his legs. He has the ability to beat you with his arm. I think he's an all-around good quarterback. He's got great size, good, like I said, good throwing mechanics, and just a good quarterback. You know, he made some mistakes as a freshman last year. I figured being his sophomore year, he would sure throws up during the off season. So he is definitely a threat to us, and one of the people that we will be trying to defend this coming Saturday. But he was my pick for the SWAC Offensive Player of the Year preseason.
Coach, talk a little bit about the fourth quarter, that Langston game. I mean, you got down, you were able to come back and make it a ball game. Is that one of the silver linings, the fact that your team just kept plugging away and actually had some opportunities in that fourth quarter?
Yes, Charles, and that's what I was saying just a minute ago. You know, if we were to come out flat and not played against the NAIA team, Division II team, then there would have been some concerns. But the team played hard. We played hard for 60 minutes. It's just that we didn't make plays, and there's a difference. There's a fine line between the two, and that fine line was we just didn't make plays. And it still boils down to those 5 turnovers. You know, you turn the football over 5 times. That's hard. You know, we missed 2 chip shots for our kicker, 2 chip field goals. We missed an extra point. With those 2 and possibly extra points, just hypothetically speaking, if you make that at 7 more points, we're in the red zone a couple 2 or 3 times, and we come out of that with 0 points. So there were opportunities for us. We just didn't make the plays when we had the opportunities.
Did you check the weather forecast? Remember 2 years ago when Alcorn came up there, we had that 4-hour lightning delay. The game that was canceled eventually.
Don't jinx me, all right? We're not counting on that. It actually should be a good football weather game here this weekend. The game starts at 6 o'clock, so it shouldn't be just overly hot. We had great weather this past weekend, and I suspect it's going to be relatively the same this weekend.
Talk about the excitement of just coming home, after a tough game and playing Alcorn, a good football team, playing them at Golden Lion Stadium.
It's always great to go to Little Rock. Our fans enjoy traveling to that Literacy Classic up in Little Rock at War Memorial. We get a great turnout for that. But playing here at Golden Lion Stadium is second to none. We've got a great feel, being a grass field, and it's always good to play here in front of our home crowd. So I think the atmosphere is going to be great for the fans. I think they saw some good football on Saturday, even though we lost a football game. So I really suspect that we'll get a good turnout this week, and we'll have them all rooting for us here at Golden Lion Stadium.
Coach, did you see any signs of tiredness out of your defense, like maybe in the second half or in the fourth quarter?
No, the guys flew around. The coaches did a good job substituting the guys when they did get a little winded, but most of the whole game, I mean, our starters